So good morning, everybody. I went out in my backyard this morning and I got some beautiful lilacs. So they're doing pretty good. I mean, they're kind of, they're doing okay. So I picked some beautiful lilacs this morning and I put them around the prayer wheel that I have activated. Thank you, Sarah. So I have the prayer wheel activated. The candle is lit. Prayers have been done for the people that are in the prayer wheel and the healing wheel. And I've prayed today for all those of the world today. And I asked for prayers, especially up for Fort Mac, but also Northern BC too, because Northern BC is having, wildfires and that too. And for all of those around the world. Good morning. Good morning, Queen Deborah B. Ooh, I love that. So if you are wanting me to add your name specifically to this, just go to the Guru Mama page, my like page, and put your name down. And I'll add your name into the prayer wheel and healing wheel. And healing's always done for all parts of our lives, for the highest of healings in all parts of our lives. So that is my main intent. Mary, did I get your name is added? And Kendra, yes, I added your name. I don't know if you asked me to, but I just added it because I'm familiar with what's going on right now. Love the color of the hearts. Yes. Oh, Cynthia. Yes, I think I put yours there. If not, I'll double check. So, so welcome today. Couple things. We're going to do some house cleaning today. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you my new aroma forces. So this is my aroma forces that I sell here. They are mine. They come in black and they come in white. This one is going full force right now. I have it going, and it also goes. Oh, I'll add you, Queen Deborah, definitely. It goes into different colors, so I don't know. Oh, I turned it off. Hang on, turn it on, so I can adjust the amount of airflow coming out, how quick and how fast. Plus the color. So if you watch here, we'll go through the different colors. It's just so cool. And all the different colors with the LED lighting, or no colors. They are $85 Canadian. And in Canada, yes, there's GST. Probably some shipping depending if I have to ship them somewhere. This is porcelain. It's not plastic. And I have a new blend in there, which is absolutely beautiful. It is called Evening Romance. And Evening Romance, it has blood orange in there. It has lang lang and lemon in there. And the smell that's coming from there, it's just like I want to dive in and just sort of soak into it. It is so beautiful. The other part of my the clearinghouse that I want to do today, on Periscope, I will be having it up. Hello. I will be having it up on YouTube. The brand of oil is a local brand, and it's the Ray Dunphy brand. It's pure essential oils. I've been using her oils for years. I've used her oils also within my raindrop therapy. I use her oils too in my bath bombs, but I've had to move to a different wholesaler where I can buy in bigger bulk, which is actually pure essential oils also. This one retails, this blend here retails for $15. And then I have another one which is absolutely beautiful too that I just received. And this is Tranquil Touch. And this is really brings in, so if you've got a lot of chaos going on in your home, this one is really nice. It has the lavender, mandarin, and Roman chamomile. The Roman chamomile really adds the calmness to it too. You want one of the romance ones? Well, I'll put that aside for you too, because I do have some unopened ones I got. And it's they just, oh, it does. It helps. This one here, the Tranquil Touch, yeah, it does help to, well, sedate. It will help to calm. We'll say calm, not sedate. I have herbs that can help you to sedate. That are legal. So I have herbs on that. So it is really nice. It really adds some really calm and peace within the home. And if you've been finding that there's been a lot of chaos in that happening, yes, within and around you, well, I'll touch on this a little bit more later on, but we are full-fledged new moon in Taurus today. It is a super moon. We are being grounded, and as I said earlier, Taurus is the it's a crazy moon. It as all of them have been. It's just like, oh my God, can we get away from this? But with this cycle, it is a life. We're being aligned with your spirit. So we're being aligned with your truth. And with that being alignment, sometimes it can pull us. Even though I said May is going to be gentle, but a lot of you out there who do watch my Periscope, that come in for their healings regularly with me, who get readings or are in my class, you are more aligned than what you really figure. And even, who don't come in to see me, but who also have another spiritual teacher, you are more aligned than what you actually realize. It's just that because we feel it a little bit more, and a few of us are getting sick quite a bit. Oh yes, you do. I need to throw you on the table. I think you need an oil, an aromatherapy healing, pull things out. I just don't want to do it too harshly on you. No throw. I don't throw things. And I have this one. This is the Labradorite that's been following me around, and it keeps calling me to keep with me today. So I have my Labradorite. Labradorite is from Labrador, and it's just, there's many different layers of colors in here, but it's also helping with the fairy ground. You said throw me on the table. Oh, well, you know what I mean. I might throw you gently on the table and get you done, girl. So with this part that I'm talking about today also is really, really wonderful with this new moon, and it's called the karmic relationships. And these are the relationships that drive you crazy with anger, frustration, and the origins of them are from the past. And these are people who really get under your skin and exasperate you endlessly. And very often these karmic relationships are people in your immediate family, because they seem to affect you a little bit more sometimes than those that are outside. But karmic relationship means that you have had a prior life together. You have your souls made a wonderful little contract and said, hey, this would be so cool if we came back on this earth walk. And yeah, the ones who push your buttons, we come back on this earth walk, and we're gonna resolve this in a peaceful manner. And you're up there, and you're in your beautiful soul life, and because there is no ego, you just think it's just the best thing in the whole world. Then you come to earth. And then usually the karmic relationships are, you have a battle, or you shared other harsh circumstances with them. So there's a lot of battling that goes on. You return together in this lifetime to ensure that you can work things out. So you don't continue coming back with them, and you can work them out. Sometimes it is like a mother and a child. Good morning and welcome and welcome. Sometimes, it is, a father and a child, or the combo, or it's a husband-wife team. So they play different parts. It could be an aunt, uncle, cousin too that keeps coming in. If you don't clear the energies in this lifetime, you'll be pressured to continue to incarnate with this soul over and over and over again. Yes. So the other parts of having a karmic relationships are either through genetics or family bonds, or through friendships or marriage. Good morning, Singing Crow. Welcome. Thank you for joining. An annoying coworker could be one of those people. It could be your mother. It could be your husband. Next lifetime, unless you clear this energy. And even if the person is passed away. So if the person is passed away, you can still clear that karma. You really can. Can you clear them even if they don't believe in this? Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. It comes from you, right? So it comes with how you react to it, right? So if you're reacting always in a harsh way to them, then of course it is, it's the laws of physics. So what you're putting out, you're going to get back. What you're putting out, you're going to get back. But if you start seeing them more in love, and you start giving them up to the Holy Spirit, to the divine, to your angels, asking for that inner peace, asking for that miracle, you're going to see a huge difference in them. And sometimes you have to do that 1,000,001 times a day. For me, one of the people that I have to, that I did work with quite a bit with was my dad. And working with our energy exchange with him. And I found that part of the lifetime was that I was the dad in the past life and he was the daughter. And he was the one who was at my bedside when I died. And it was really very powerful. And it was somewhat switched because before my father died, I was the last one in the family to be with him. So, and at that time I did a lot of Reiki on him, and I asked for peace for him to pass over, and he passed over a month later. And they said that he passed very peacefully. So that was very, powerful for me to hear. Another one of mine that I really am working on is the one with my son. Yeah, it was very beautiful. It's my son, Dom, my eldest son. So working on that because him and I do have a struggle. There is such a pull there. And he is such a powerful force. And working with that one I find very difficult because he really knows how to push my buttons. And being a mom, and a mom to a son, is that it's sometimes I feel, and this is my own feelings, I feel the hurt. I feel the pain when everything that he does or any mistakes that he does, it's like he doesn't own it. He throws it back on me. And of course, then, you get the blame game and everything else and the drama that goes with it and the upset. The whole Christmas scenario happens. But sometimes it can happen every single day within your house. So it's the blaming. It's the projection of ego. And where we don't own our own labeled, it's their fault, right? Oh, it's with your daughter too. And it's so hard because we want the best for them and we can see everything, right? It's like we can feel it. And sometimes we just have to breathe and take that step back. And while it may be true that the person is an instigator of traumas, blaming him or her doesn't help the situation and doesn't balance it out. And when we can sit back and look and see, how old's your daughter? I'm just curious how old your daughter is. And see how they are growing. 23. Okay. And my advice to you, Kimmy, is to really look at all the wonderful things you did do as a mom. That's the key. We sometimes don't look at that as parents. We don't look at the positiveness that we have done, the beautiful influences that that we did give them. Because the negative seems so powerful and so and out of control, and especially when they come in and they swear at you and they call you names and really feel belittled. Yeah. And doing that 1,000,001 times a day sometimes is what you need. And the other thing is cohabitating. If you can't cohabitate together, that's the next hard, the big thing. For us, our son had to leave the house. He could not. He was 25. He just left about a month ago, because we just couldn't have him around. It was just way too difficult. And even for him, because he had to, sort of spread his names. She stopped doing that, thank God, and calling me names. And that could be the way that you react to it, right? So it's also all the work that you have done. Because I feel, Kimmy, you have done a lot of work on yourself, and you've done a lot of growing over the past year and a half. And we had to kick her out, a few years ago. And and that's the hardest thing, because you're going against everything that you've been taught as a mother. All that protection that you've been told as a mother what you're supposed to be doing. So it is a very difficult thing. The grace of all of that is that you are able to come together on a better playing field. So remember, we can't control or change any persons except ourselves. And your spiritual growth on this earth, I certainly, and it has been, I feel with your vibration, it has been huge. Like your vibration has really, and that is for you also finding yourself and looking in for your own true, authentic self as a person. And spiritual growth on your earth, as an earth angel, demands that you learn how to be at peace. And that is all what this moon has to tell us. It is aligning us to be at peace, to know our truth. Our truth is that big, huge light. And our truth doesn't hide. It doesn't need to hide. And that's all our soul wants for us, is to be at it. To be this assertive angel, the karmic relationship is like our final exam. And it gives you the opportunity to test out all that you've learning throughout the lifetime, and even within this lifetime, the things that you've had to relearn and use. And it is the equivalent to a hero facing the dragon or the mortal enemy and using all of his or her warrior skills, And many times I put up grids in my house, with my son, and he'd find them and he'd flip out. Thinking that I'm doing something to him, but I was just trying to bring in calm and peace. He could even feel if I did distance healing on him, and he'd get very angry at me for doing that. So he was very highly in tuned. He knew when things were activated and not activated, what I was doing, the whole bit. So sometimes it's helpful to do past life work, such as regression, or asking your unconsciousness mind, to give you a dream about your past life with this person. Yes. And the funny thing is, the other thing with my son, Doll, when I did a past life regression, it came back to that past life I had with my dad. And my past life with Dom was in Germany in a place called Domburg, which was weird because I had to Google everything because I didn't believe it. And there is a place called Domburg. Oh, really? And it's so good. Even Doreen Virtue has she has her past life regression tapes that you can usually get through the library and stuff and utilize them. They're very good to be used. How do you do one? I take people through past life regression, and it is through a type of hypnosis and meditation to get you to a past life. Oh, there's a woman, awesome. And you go through, as you're going through the past life, it takes you to a place, and then of course you look at your feet, and it takes you through certain scenarios. When you wake up, you wake up with what you know. Is it dangerous? No, it's not dangerous. Yeah, I do. I know. Yeah, it's one of those little things that I do. And plus, when people come in, I do pick up their past lives too, when I'm doing readings. So when you dream, you can ask for the dream to come in, right? And when you remember your past with your karmic relation person, it diffuses the present day anger. And that, when I did this, Dominic was really little. The other thing is that when I was pregnant with him, all I wanted to eat was sauerkraut. I ate vats of sauerkraut. Big things of sauerkraut, which makes a lot of sense. And bratwurst. How German is that? And I'm not German. I'm Irish. And just with his energies too, right? And so the other things with Dominic too, when he did a past life, but he didn't go back to Germany. Part of his past lives, he came from an alternate dimension where he was a senator, and he had vivid memories of being that senator as he came back. So that was really interesting. I have my next son who had vivid memories of being a phoenix, and constantly being a phoenix and having the phoenix energy around him. So it's amazing, because we don't always come from Earth, right? Not all our past lives are from this Earth. They are from other places, other planets, and from alternate dimensions, right? So they will remember these things, and sometimes they bring that energy forth. And you can see that within their stamina. Wish a phoenix so powerful. My shamanic session with you too. Yeah, past life too, for sure, definitely. And that power that it brings forth, right? So hello, welcome. We're talking about past lives and karmic relationships. Okay? So you don't need to share the past life information with the object of the karmic relationship. So good morning. Unless you feel strongly to do so. Talking about these types of issues may bring up even more unnecessary trauma. So you don't need to talk to them. It is very life changing, because many of my past lives that I have had, or that I saw, that I'm very strong with, is the one from Germany, and he was a herbalist. And the other one was a samurai, and I got my head cut off by my best friend who took over my family and wanted my wife at the time. So those were the male ones, very prominent. The other past life that was very strong for me was a black woman in the bayou, and being a free slave. She was a free slave, and she did herbalism too. So it was so interesting, because many people before they met me thought I was black. They would hear me or talk to me on the phone, and they actually thought I was black. They didn't think I was white, which is I thought it was kind of cool. And then when they met me, they were like, oh, okay, you know, Cajun, yes. And it came back to the herbalism, and it came back to working with a lot of women and working with people and doing different herbs for them and different tinctures and stuff like that. And I've done that many times in my past life. And of course, this lifetime I'm making teas, and I work with oils. And, you know, sometimes you try to avoid it. You try to push it out, but it comes in. So it's something that you have to continue fulfilling, so that you're able not only to work on the relationship, but that part of you is the healing part also. Hi, Tapping Tina. The next step is unraveling the tangled karma between you two. All right? And you two, between you two is for you to understand this isn't about the person. It's about you and your spiritual growth and future lifetimes. This is about you. Okay, it's all about you. It's not about the other person, right? It's all about you. And it's all about you and your growing. It's about you and your spiritual growth in your future lifetimes. It's loving and caring for yourself, means making an investment that helps you have a more peaceful relationships with yourself. And when you have a peaceful relationship, when somebody comes in that is disruptive, then you're not getting sucked really in. You're not getting sucked into that vibration. You're not being pulled down into that vibration. Okay? So this is a huge investment for your own self. This moon really helps you to work through a lot of this karma. And really allow yourself to work through it. As annoying as these karmic relations are, you can block their energy. Yes, you can. It will only become more intense if it's allowed to continue into your future, and you have the power to stop the karmic wheel. Because here's the next thing. Karma is neither good nor bad. Karmic vibration just is. It doesn't know the good. It doesn't know the bad. It just knows. That's all. It's like the ego. The ego doesn't know what is good and bad. It just knows what it has learned. So this learned behavior that you had with this person, you have brought to the forefront. Yes, I am happy. It's Friday. Yay! Yes, it is. It's beautiful. And I think I had the pervs only on this morning, just saying, when I did my little morning blip on my practice in the morning. So, thank goodness. So the karmic cycle. The first step into breaking this karmic cycle is for you to take responsibility for your present life now. Your soul agreed to be with this person because it's necessary for spiritual growth. Yeah, happy Friday. Yeah, it's the new moon, not the full moon. It's the new moon today. And so forgiving yourself, ultimately the secret to healing everything in all directions of time. And I'll be doing a new moon meditation at 3 o'clock Mountain Time. So if you're in BC or along the western coast, you're an hour behind me. If you're on the east coast, you're 2 hours ahead of me. Okay? This involves forgiving yourself for entering in this relationship. Whenever you did in the distance past lifetime, awesome. You probably were given red flag warnings by your angels then. Okay? Midwest girl. Right on. Mary just got you a client for a mediumship. Oh, really? I do ghost tours too. I do the ghost tours down in Inglewood and stuff. So I love doing, I'm going to be doing my first one on Friday the 13th. So I just, yeah, it's fun for me. Forgive yourself for ignoring those red flags, right? and vow to listen from now on. Stupid question. No, there's no stupid question, but could you from a past life be one of your guides in this lifetime? Guides are different. Guides are different than past life doing karmic work. Guides are usually those of people that have passed over that come in this lifetime. In a way, we're going to like sort of tiptoe around this. In a way, they're guides because they're helping you to become to accept your full self. So you can look at it that way, if that makes any sense. Okay. Yes, you're infuriated by the way the person behaves, but this is how this individual's personality. Oh, how do I sign up for the ghost tours? Google the ghost tours in Calgary, and it's Joanna who does them, and she's just absolutely fabulous. I'm not sure. I think Friday the 13th one is filled, but there's another one coming up. And Calgary Ghost Tours. Thank you, Kendra. And she does several of them throughout the year. So it's time for you to let go that the fantasy that this person could be as you desire a dream. So we're going back to the control issue, right? You're not the person's source, right? So we're going back. You're not the person's source. God's their source. Nor are you the author of his or her scripts. They got to write their own. They got to do their own. Karmic relationships akin to having a tug of war. They're power plays where one person will pull and the other person will pull back. So it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We don't want that. No one wins in a karmic power play, but when one drops his or her side of the rope, it's done. When you're not pulling back, when you're not feeding in, when you're letting it go. Okay? It's starting with the forgiveness. The forgiveness is starting to go through. And of course, dropping the rope and forgiving doesn't mean that you'll turn into the passive person. Remember that this is about increasing your personal power and assertiveness. In the past, you've tried aggression, passive process within your karmic relationships. That's my grandson who's making all the noise. Now, none of these have worked. Now it's time to be assertive. It's time to be that assertive angel, the one that comes across peacefully. Yes, he's going to be a year old on May 28th. So he's finding his voice. So forgiveness. And forgiveness is one of those big things that it seems easy, but it's one of the hardest things to do. And all spiritual teachings talk about forgiveness. In Journey Club 1, which is my own course that I teach, it's an 8-week course starting off on May 16th. We get into forgiveness. We talk about forgiveness. We learn that it's not only to forgive others, but it's to forgive ourselves. And that it's not always easy. It's not always easy. Thank you, Sarah. Yes, Sarah just finished it. Cynthia has done the course. She was one of my originals who first took it. And now I can offer it on Periscope. So I can actually, I've been sort of doing a little bit of research. And Periscope, I can invite people in privately so that not everybody's in on it, and then do the Journey Club that way. So if you're not in the Calgary area, or if you are in the Calgary area and unable to come in, you can join me via Periscope. I do it, then go back to the hurt they have caused me. Yeah, it is. It's forgiveness is it's not to get the person off the hook, but it's to not go into the vibration anymore, right? And it's that vibration that pulls us down. So even, it keeps coming back up, and that's really where it's to look at that situation that you have there, and from that situation, how you have grown to help others. And that's just going to give you that little help for you, Kimmy, so that you're not holding this in anymore, and knowing that even in the tragedies, there's been some horror stories for people, and they have really learned that forgiveness. We need to have more peace in life, and having that peace in life is so important, because that vibration going forward is that vibration coming out. you will still have people that are going to come in and try and pull you down, or have those, you have those karmic ties that you have to work through. But honesty means that you let go of the agenda to trying to fix or control or change the other person. Honestly simply means speaking your truth and letting the chips fall where they may. When we let our son go, it was after, it took us for him to steal our car and crash it, and to let him go. And even though, because it was the thought, because he does have some mental illnesses, that the fear that he will go back to is a drug addiction, the fear that he's going to live on the streets and that I won't ever be able to find him. That goes through a mother's mind. And, but to know that now, he is going to school, to my knowledge, and living on campus and stuff like that. So, he has the means to do things, right? So we got to give them a lot of credit that we have raised them well. So avoiding the karmic relationship, staying away from the person, can only work if you can get to a peaceful place. So if you can't get to a peaceful place, it's not going to work. Instead, in that peaceful place within mind. So to know that that person is fine, to know that you are able to let them go. Your limitless tests of whether you're balanced. Karma is when you can see something that reminds you of the person and your blood doesn't go up. And that's same with forgiveness. When you can see that that person, they walk in the room and you don't want to throttle their throat or punch them, or your stomach doesn't go in those crazy butterflies, right? And there is different ways of doing karmic release within Kundalini Yoga, and I work with Kundalini Yoga. I'm not a yogi master or anything like that, but there is one in that we do it, and it's for 11 minutes, and you do it for 40 days, and it's one where you put your arms parallel in front of you, your hands facing up, and you say Waheguru, 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 Wahegio, and with Wahegio you're washing it away, and you go Waheguru, 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 Wahegio. That is for karmic release. And you do it for 40 days. The other one is with a mantra with Lakshmi. And you do the mantra with Lakshmi, and you do it with your mala beads. Okay? And Deva Premal has a beautiful one. And you do that for 40 days. You keep a journal of the energies that are going through. Anything that you're doing for 40 days, if you miss a day, got to start over. It's from day one. So you can't miss a day. You got to do it continuously for 40 days. It can be very difficult. I've done the Waheguru one 3 times. And it is one of those ones that come up. And I did it continuously for 40 days. Do I want to do it again? Not really. Because you do it for 11 minutes. So you set your timer for 11 minutes. You can start at 3 minutes. And you can do it for 11 minutes. The longest to do that one, the Waheguru, 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 Wahegio, is 21 minutes. You do not go past the 21 minutes, okay? Because that throws the vibration off, all right? So I'm going to do our little mini reading. I'll be doing another reading with the full moon, or the new moon meditation. I'm also doing mini readings by donation. So if you are wanting a mini reading just for yourself for this new moon, and I pull out 3 cards, take a picture of it, send it to you via Facebook or email, and you get your mini reading, and it is by donation. So you can send the donations through e-transfer. Put that all up on my Facebook page, or by PayPal, either or. And a donation is just that. So whatever you can afford and you want the reading, the amount does not change the vibration of what I give you. Okay? So if you can only do $20, you can only do $20, right? So you're going to get the same as if somebody who donated to me $50 or $60, right? So the donation doesn't change. So I'm using the angel cards, the angel tarot cards. Is it only through PayPal? No. You can pay, if you're in Canada, you can do e-transfers. Okay? So you can do it that way, definitely. I do take Visa, MasterCard, or American Express. And that you can just email me. So yeah, in the United States, most people pay through PayPal, and they do it through PayPal, so that's fine. It's just the easiest way and safest and more secure way to doing it. And you do it through my email. So having trouble with my PayPal account. Oh, I know PayPal can be a real bitch, man. Just saying, it can be. But if you go to thegurumama@gmail.com, we can figure something out either through your Visa or MasterCard. So if you're wanting them in your reading. So, and I've done that before with people. Also, because I have what they call the square. So we're going to pull out some cards here for y'all. Thank you. These hearts are so beautiful today. They're so pink. And there's some beautiful yellow ones. Oh, nice brown. I like brown and pink together. And there goes the green. Oh, nice. Love the color combo. Very springy. And if you're also wanting your name in my prayer wheel, just let me know. Okay. You're saying that's enough. One more. That's not the card. This is the card. Oh, oh. Oh, the green hearts. Yes, nice. A leap of faith. So with this being the new moon, thank you for joining, Turtle, is that we got the Dreamer card. So this is such it's the new beginning card. So with this earth energy, this is a new beginning. What is it? This is a new moon. What is it that we want to do? What are the seeds that we want to plant? And don't be too cautious. You know, you got decisions, you know, some good decisions. This card is where you're trying to keep everything very close and you're not wanting to let it out. So it's giving to those who are less fortunate. You have good business decisions. Start investing into your business. I really get sometimes where it gets hard, where you get fearful that you're never going to get the money back. Or I'm never going to see that $20 ever again. And if you look at it, guess what you do? You do get the $20 back. It's like filling your car halfway full and not filling it all the way. Because you're fearful if you put the other $20 in, you just might need it for something else. But if you go forth and say, hey, I'm filling my car because I know I'm going to get more. More is always coming to me. I'm open for more. And I expect a miracle in all areas of my life. And it continues to come forward. And as you do it, you have the Knight of Cups. So it is falling in love. This is a falling in love card. You know, it is about social events. That means getting out, being social. If you have a business, you want to be social, right? You have to give to receive, definitely. And not being afraid to promote yourself. That's a huge one. Because especially with women, we get a fear of promoting ourselves because we're fearful that we are going to be intruding on somebody else's turf or that we're going to offend somebody. And that's a big thing when it comes to women in business. And sometimes that's why many of us don't succeed as largely as we do, right? So it's stepping in, it's following with our dreams and allowing ourselves to invest in it because you're going to see the return. The return is going to come. May not be immediate, but it may be like 3 or 6 months down the road. But it's in that investment, it's in that energy that you are putting out there, you will receive it back. You know, it's even for me doing my business. It wasn't until 2014, stepping into this fully. I've done the Journey Club since 2008, right? So it's really stepping into it. Now I'm really promoting it because I've seen the changes and I know what it can do for people. My readings, I promote my readings because, you know, I'm good. I'm good. I know what I'm doing and I trust myself. It's taken me years to get that way, but I do. And even as I show you, it's doing those meditations, doing that prayer, having a soulful life. Do I fuck up? Oh, God, yes. I fuck up all the time. So, you know, that's a given. I'm a human being. The Journey Club, it's 8 weeks of discovery of learning your thoughts. So it's discovering your thoughts, discovering your story. What is the story that you tell yourself? How does your body feel? Where do you feel things in your body? right? So it's really connecting yourself to your body and understanding what those connections are. And my price is 200 Canadian for 8 weeks. So it's ends up being about $20 a week. And so I think that's about what somebody spends on Starbucks in a day or 2 days, you know. So I try and make it as affordable as I can. And then we have the Two of Earth. So as we are dreaming, or the Two of Fire, so we have the earth and the water and the fire here. So really beautiful blend of energy here of saying, you know, we got to go forth. We got to do the walk. And as we do the walk, the emotions come, the excitement comes, the emotion, you know, and everything comes. Then the fire, the relationships. You know, do you have plans with plans, dreams? I do work with planned dreams. And that's my, when it comes, the journey clubs are four levels. So the level 1 is getting to know yourself, understanding what your story is, accepting your story in order to rewrite it. Number 2, you're going into your purpose and your purpose in your life, your values, and wondering what your values are, and then starting to work in micro moments of working with that. Then we go forth from that is starting to look at what our dreams are, and then 4 is putting them into action. It takes, and the reason why they're 8 weeks is 40 days. 40 days is a rewriting of your red blood cells. Your red blood cells are your memory cells. They're the ones that tell you, you know, and help to feed your ego. So they're the ones that hold that belief that I am not good enough, I am not strong enough. All of that. That's what our red blood cells. So we like to tell them a new story because in 40 days, they regenerate themselves. Because our skin is not the same skin as what we had when we were 16. You know, so it's a regeneration. We regenerate about every 40 days, right? So, and allowing ourselves to regenerate and go forth from there. And by 180 days, that is a part of our life. And we are doing that every day, a part of our life. It just becomes natural. It becomes as natural as it was, you know, before that and all the negativity that we say. So as we continue to move forward, you're going to find that you're going to find new partners in your life. You're going to find new contracts coming forward. So newness is coming in there, you know. And going forward with this newness and this new contract, there's also, if you look, these are really beautiful cards. There's this beautiful, beautiful dragon. You see that dragon? And look at the way that dragon is looking at this handsome man here. The eyes are looking up, and it's just an adornment as this person goes forward, right? So there's so much love going on in this, you know. And 2, when we're going up to the 2 is the solar plexus, right? Because we have our tribe, then we work with ourselves and others, and as we get to our solar plexus, it becomes the oneness, but also who we are connecting with, right? So we are connecting with the solar plexus and trusting our solar plexus with this. And our solar plexus is connected with our third eye. So that's the trusting part. That's the huge trusting part. So I'm going to now love you and leave you all. And just send you hello and welcome. Please watch the replay. Please watch the replay. I will be back on at 3 o'clock with the new moon meditation. And we're going to go into Taurus and working with Taurus. And you're working on your third eye. Awesome. Awesome. I'm doing really, really well today. But the third eye, not the third eye, you got me on the third eye now. But we're going to be working on fully aligning your spirit and helping you to align yourself, not only this way, up and down, but out this way. So we want to go right into the aura. So we're going to be working a little bit with the aura energies with this. So have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day. Make sure you're grounded. Get yourself grounded. Blessings to you all. May the gods and the goddesses watch over you and bless you until we meet again. God bless and the goddess bless. Bye-bye.